Hello, welcome back. My name is David, and today we will be planting this area that we just dug out. Actually, it used to just be all grass, and now we just dug it out because the grass we had a hard time growing here. We just dug out this shape here, and then bear with us. Obviously, the grass is not growing because we've had trouble with that before. So we're planting seed here and all the way around the whole thing, so that'll look better eventually, but right now it does not look that great. So I'll go through all the plants that we have, and then I'll get to show you the planting part of it. But before we do so, this area is pretty much shaded all day. If anything, it gets about an hour of sun in the evening once the sun is setting. But other than that, it is pretty much all shade. So that is a tough time trying to find plants that can handle that. So a lot of the stuff we have might not even handle that. We don't even know. It's kind of just an experiment. The ground was also very clay because we have a lot of clay soil. So when we were digging out the grass and removing all that, I treated it with gypsum. So hopefully that was okay enough, and then we added some topsoil, and then we got mulch yesterday finally. So we have mulch everywhere now, including here. So hopefully that helps with the plants surviving. And then we also just got the bench in this morning as well. That is right behind me. And then this little stepstone path right here we're leaving open. The stepstones are old. We've had them for my whole life, I believe, and we will be painting them, spray painting them soon, like a brown color maybe, to match the bird bath that is here as well next to it. So we just have a kind of little nice seating area, the walkway, and then a bird bath right here. And then we also have this bird feeder that's right here that birds eat in every day, and then the ducks eat everything that the birds drop on the ground. But we will be moving this because since we've dug this out and set the plants out to where they are right now, the ducks have just been walking through and eating all of my plants that haven't even been planted yet. So we'll be moving this somewhere else, but for the time being it's just gonna stay right there. Let's run through all the plants that I've got sitting out here right now and see what we have. The first one we have is this ground cover that is gonna go along this left side border right here. And it is just Irish moss. See what I mean? They are back. Don't know why they came charging as if something was happening, but the family is now here. The ladies have arrived. Guys, please, I'm filming. Can you guys give us just like 20 minutes? So like I was saying, the first one that we have is the first type of ground cover. We have another one, but this is the first one, and it is just called Irish moss. And this one, like I said, needs 2 to 6 hours of sun, and it's not going to get that. So we're just going to hope that it can survive without that. And it's only 2 inches tall and 6 to 12 inches wide, and it is hardy down to zone 4. And when we bought it, it had these little white little flowers on there. Obviously they've all gone because I think the ducks ate them all off, but it had them, and they're the reason that they're not there anymore. Moving back, we have the first coral bells. We have 2 different kinds, and this is the first one. It is called guacamole coral bells, and this one is more shade tolerant, only needing 1 to 3 hours of shade. It blooms in the spring and summer. It gets 12 to 24 inches tall and wide, and it is cold hardy down to negative 30 degrees. Guys! And back here behind the trees, this is one that I've actually never even heard of or seen before. It is called a juga or a yuga, and it had like a kind of similar to just like a thick salvia, like a tall purple bloom on it when we bought it, and that is no longer here. This one is another one, 4 to 6 hours of sun. We'll not be getting that. 6 to 8 inches tall, 12 inches wide, hardy down to zone 3, which is awesome. So we are in zone 5, I should mention that. And then back here, one I'm really excited about, this is a Mexican male fern, and it looks small now, but it's gonna get much bigger than this. Only 1 to 3 hours of shade needed for this one, 24 to 36 inches tall and wide, and hardy down to negative 20. So this one is gonna fill up, I have it right here, we have 3 of them. There's 2 here and then 1 back there. They're gonna fill up this area very well. Obviously they're not doing that right now, but in the coming years, it'll eventually get to that stage. And then back over here, we just have 2 types of tomatoes. This was not my doing. My mother bought these. They're not gonna survive because they need a lot more sun than they're gonna get right here. But we have a crimson sweet right here. And then on this side, we have an heirloom black diamond, which is a smaller black watermelon. But if they do grow, that'll just be a fun thing that happens. If not, oh well. And then right here, we have the first hosta. We have 3 of the same kinds. This one is just called Dream Queen. It is like this nice light green with the variegated darker green on the edge. And then right here, like I said, we saw the guacamole coral bells, and then this is the other kind. This is just like a darker purple one to kind of bounce off the yuga, and then we have caladiums in the back that you might have seen on my Instagram. So this one already has a bloom stalk going. It needs 4 to 6 hours of sun. Again, not gonna get that. And then it will spread out 12 to 18 inches tall and wide, hardy down to negative 30 or zone 4. Again, we're a zone 5, so we can handle all these plants. The only thing that I'm worried about with them surviving is just the sunlight, but they will all be cold tolerant enough for our climate. And then right here, the first grass we have, this is a type of Carex, and it needs 4 to 6 hours of sun. It's the theme of this video. It's not gonna get that. It'll get 10 to 20 inches tall and then 12 to 20 inches wide. This one is hardy to zone 5, which is us, so a little bit cutting it close there. I like to garden with plants that are a zone below, but a zone 5, we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't survive, it doesn't survive. And then right here next to it, we have this one. This was one of the only ones that I really wanted back here. I think it's called a stilb. It could be a stilby, I don't really know. But it is a shade plant, and this one is Montgomery astilby. It blooms in the spring and summer. This is a red one. You can't see it now. There is kind of a pink bloom on there, but you can't really see it. And then back here, those are the other 2 hostas, continued on from over there that you saw before. And then right in front of it, this is one. It looks dead, but it was on sale. As you can see, it was only $1.49. It is called a fuchsia plant, so hopefully we can rebound it. It actually already looks a lot better than when we bought it. It was pretty much all brown, and now the leaves are at least green. But this is a fuchsia plant. It only needs 1 to 3 hours of sun, and it'll get 12 to 24 inches tall and wide. And this is only an annual, so it won't be here next year, but we figured why not throw it in. It was only $1.49. And then another type of grass that we have is also a ground cover, which I was surprised to see. It's called lily turf. We have a lot of daylilies here because they literally survive everywhere, and we used to buy my mom one every year for Mother's Day. But it kind of looks like the same foliage, just a little bit smaller. And this is a risky one because it is only hardy to zone 6. And like I said, we're a zone 5. So just counting on a warmer winter, maybe it'll survive into next year. If not, then we're just gonna figure something else out. So we have 4 of them right here that are gonna be in front of the fuchsia and then backed up by the hostas again to, you know, gradiate down. And then there's a stack of impatiens over there. We'll talk about this in a second, but that'll be the 4th layer in this little stair step up here. And then over here, like I said, you might have seen on my Instagram, but we have these caladiums from Proven Winners. These are the Heart and Soul caladiums. I think that they're absolutely beautiful. We have 3 of them here, and these can take actually sun or shade, so I think that they're going to be okay here. They just can't be too wet, which we actually have a sprinkler somewhere in the ground here that waters the association's grass around. But hopefully that they just can handle that. They are technically an annual, but you can dig the bulbs up and save them and plant them again next year if you would like. And we'll probably try to do that just because why wouldn't you? Like, we spent this money on them, so we're just gonna try to do that. And last but not least, like I said, over here, we have 10 4-packs of impatiens with like pink, magenta, a light pink, some red, coral, just all random colors that we thought kind of would go well. And I'm gonna spread them out various spots in here. For instance, like right here, I'm gonna put it all the way along the edge and wrap it all the way around the tree. And then I'm gonna put some right up here in the front, and then some behind the Irish moss and wrap it all the way around. And then circle the bird bath right here with them as well, just to put in a bunch of pops of colors. And they do well for us. We have some on the side of the house that I planted a while ago, a few weeks ago, and they're already like double the size. So I'm hoping that they can handle this situation here as well. And when I plant, I have a little bag with just only a little bit left of Biotone, so I'm going to use this up. And when I finish this, I'm just going to start using Plantone instead. I have a fresh bag. I know I would prefer to use Biotone, but this is what I have right now, and it's really not much of a difference. It's not going to make much of a difference planting it in there anyway, so I don't feel that bad about using this. So I'm going to start planting everything. I'll set up a tripod and show you guys everything, and then I'll show you the final result after. So let's do that.
recording.
Okay. Hi, welcome back. Finally got everything planted. The camera died at some point, but you know, I've been doing this for 4 hours, so who even knows when it died. But it took me a long time, a lot longer than I expected, but everything's done now. It looks like everything's kind of spread apart. You know that they're all just small plants, so they're gonna grow in and fill in, especially in the next few years, everything that's not annuals. All I have left to do is water, and then I'm gonna put just the Bonide repels all around it, because we have bunnies and ducks and squirrels and everything that likes to run around, especially because the bird feeder's right here before we move it, and there's food all over the ground, and they love to just come trample. I'm sure you probably saw them in the background, because they don't really have any regard for what I'm doing. But thank you guys for watching. I am so worn out. It's been a long day, but thank you for watching, and I'm sure there'll be progress reports about how this is going in the future. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.